Hi guys, so I'm going to show you how to make my alkaline fruit roll-ups. And so here I've got some cleaned raspberries, and this is what I'm using. And so you can see I soaked them, cleaned them, and that's what they are. They're the 6 ounce. You can get whatever size you want, but that's just to show you the size. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how to do this. So I've got my burner on low. I've got my raspberries. Just going to heat them up on low. And I'm going to use probably good heaping amount of Seamoss. About 3 good heapings of Seamoss. I want everything to be coated with the Seamoss. And everything looks pretty well coated. So we're just going to go ahead and let that set and heat up a little bit. And it's just going to break down. Now, I'm doing something different. I'm actually making a raspberry key lime fruit roll-up. The last one I made that I posted on Instagram was just raspberry. So I thought that maybe a raspberry key lime, oops. Okay, so we're gonna add in this key lime, and we're melting, basically we're just heating up the raspberry. I accidentally got a seed in there. We're gonna take that out. But as you can see, it's thickening up pretty nice, and that's because of the Seamoss. It thickens nice. So I thought that with raspberry, because raspberry's kind of tart anyway, I thought maybe key lime would be pretty good with it. So we'll see. This is going to be a new creation for me, and you guys are getting it right off jump. So this is something new. So we're just letting this keep basically break down, and as you can see, it's pretty glossy, and I'm just squeezing in more of the key lime. So as it is, just as you can see, it's breaking down. Now for my, okay, so we're at the raspberries, the key lime, and the Seamoss. So that's 3 ingredients. So this is the most important ingredient, the sweetener. Now most of you guys, I'm sure, are not going to have this, and that's the agave. And it is literally powdered, like sugar, like an actual sugar. So if you don't have this, my next suggestion will be to get the date sugar. Now, a lot of you, I want you to see this because this is just amazing to me. The sugar content on this is not even 1 gram, so it's 0.7 grams. So it's extremely low, and then the carbohydrates are very, very low. So for anyone who's diabetic or trying to lose weight or whatever, this is definitely what you want to get. Now, the date sugar is got 4 grams, and so it's got a little bit more sugar, because see here, it's only 2 teaspoons for 4 grams of sugar. Here you can use much more. As you can see, there's 30 portions in this pound, where this is only 12 ounces, so it's not even a pound, and you can only use 2 teaspoons, so there's 57. So you can see just by doing the math how much more sugar, even though it's good sugar, but how sweeter the date sugar is going to be versus the agave sugar. Which, if you don't have either one of these, then you can go ahead and possibly do it with the actual nectar. Well, not nectar, the agave liquid. But this is what you want. You want it to break down like this. You want it to be pretty liquefied. You want it to look just like this. So next step is we're going to start. Now, you guys will have to excuse me. I've moved, so I don't have all of my things as far as proper utensils, measuring cups. This is like the only saucepan that I have right now until I can get unpacked. But I really wanted to get this video out to you guys. So I'm just winging it right now. But I would say with this 6-ounce container of raspberries, we would use about a half a cup of, maybe 3/4 of a cup of this agave sugar. And as you can see, it is literally like almost powdered sugar, or, you know, just regular sugar. And as you can see, it's starting to thicken up the fruit, and it will, we're going to just continue to break the sugar down and let it thicken up a little bit. And once it thickens up a little bit, then what we're going to do is real simple. You're going to put it on a baking sheet, and that's what I've got right here. And I spray that with my misto, which, if you guys aren't familiar with that, that's what that is. And I use avocado oil. So I just give it a little spray. And then you're going to have your oven preheated to 350, which I already have done. And you just let this thicken up and pour it on here once it's thickened. But I want it still a little bit more thicker. Okay guys, so I have it boiling, and I'm going to just put just a little bit of sugar, more sugar, to thicken it up. And we're just going to turn it down, and it will thicken up. It's already thickening. And that's what you want. Now these little sugar clumps, those will happen, and that's okay. They'll kind of dissipate on their own, or you can pull them out and separate them out from your fruit, so because it does kind of make it hard chunks, so you can just pull them out. I don't pull them out, but you can pull them out if you want to. So basically we just done on that, so we turn it off. So let that set for a minute, and I'll be right back, you guys. Okay guys, so this is what it will be. Now I'm just going to go ahead and pour, and it's hot, so be careful. And this is just parchment paper. Just pour it. And it's thick, and it's pretty thick, as you can see the consistency. And I try to thin it out if you can. I mean, it doesn't matter. It's however you want to do it. They're your roll-ups. So I thin it out a little bit because I want to try to make 2 roll-ups out of the pot, because I'll slice it in half and then it will be like 2 roll-ups worth. But it does slide around, and it does kind of have a mind of its own, and it moves around. So just do the best that you can with it. And now I'm going to put it in the oven. And like I said, 350 for about 40 minutes, and maybe possibly 45 minutes, depending on your oven and if it's preheated or not. So 350, I was already preheated, and here's why. Because I had already made another batch, and this is blueberry, and this is after in my oven for about 40 to 45 minutes. And as I told you, I cut it. Comes out into about 2 roll-ups. So here's kind of what it looks like, and the consistency. You'll know that it's done because you'll want to see it bubble a little bit, and you just take it and you just roll it, and it's got like a jelly type feel, and you roll it, and there it is. And I have a finished one right here. So this right here is just blueberry, and you just literally saw me rolling it. And here's the other half, so you can see how it's like stretchy. You can literally just pick it up and roll it. Fold it over, and there you've got a second one, and got a little bit extra for a third. Or you can just eat it like that or whatever. You can roll it up, but that's literally how it is. And if you want, you can actually, after they're rolled, you can actually stick them back. If they're a little bit too jelly for you, you could actually stick them back in the oven for like another, 15 minutes, and they'll actually get harder. So it would be more of like a candy, like here, the edges, it's more of like a candy texture. But these are really good. And over here's my finished one. And it's literally like a fruit roll up. And this is just blueberry, guys. It's this, I did the same thing, but only with blueberry. Seamoss and blueberry and the agave. So you can make different flavors. And I'm probably going to stick these back in the oven for about 15 minutes. And I will come back when the raspberry ones are done and show you those. Okay, so here's the raspberry key lime. And this one you want to bake for probably 30 minutes. Because as you can see, it starts to get dark, burnt around here. You want to get it out before it starts burning. But this one is much easier to roll than the blueberry. But as you can see, here's the blueberry, Seamoss, and it's, I mean, it's holding its own. And then here's your key lime and raspberry Seamoss. You don't have to do the key lime, you can just do raspberry. But I added key lime this time. So there you have it. There's your fruit roll-ups. I hope you guys enjoy.